Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you could play a song by John Mayer called Perfectly Lonely. And it starts out with a really cool lick where you could take 13 on the B string and kind of do a slide to 15th fret. So I'm doing 13, slide to 15, and then you could do that again. And then we go high E on 13, and then 12th fret on the high E, and then 15 on the B, and then a 14 on the B, or 13 on the B, and then G string on the 14. That's kind of the end of that lick. So you got 13, 15 slide, 13, 15, high E 13, 12, B string, 15, 13, G string 14. And then you kind of start that all over again. We do the 13, 15, 13, 15, high E 13, 12, and then 15, 13 on the B. But then we go to G string on the 12. So that's kind of your intro lick through the tune. You got the 13, 15, 13, or 13, 15, high E 13, 12, 15, 13, 14, 13, 15, 13, 15, 13, 12, 15, 13, 12. So that could be a cool thing to kind of intro the tune with. And if you want it to sound a little bit more like John Mayer, you could add some other notes to that. He does these with some things I would call double stops, which is where I'm stealing a violin term for playing two notes at the same time. And so on that 13, you could add the 12th fret on the G string at the same time to do that slide with you from 12 and 13 to 15 and 14 to kind of add to the slide. And then when you do the high E 13, you could play the 15 on the B string at the same time to kind of harmonize those notes with a D and a F. And then when you go to 12th fret on the high E, you could go 13 on the B string to play a C note with that E note to kind of sound really sweet with that. And then when you go to the 15 on the B, you could add the 14 on the G to that. And then when you go to the 12 on the G, you could add the 13 on the B string, you could add 12 on the G at the same time. And then on the 14 on the G, I would add 15 on the D string at the same time. So you got kind of 13 or 12, 13, slide to 14, 15 twice, and then high 13 with 15 on the B, and then 12 on the high with 13 on the B, and then 15 on the B with 14 on the G, and then 13 on the B with 12 on the G, and then you got 15 and 14, 15 on the D, 14 on the G, for kind of that last lick. And actually then he starts that lick over again so you can harmonize it the same way. But then instead of, when you get that 12 on the G, you could add 12 on the D at the same time. So you got... which could be like a really cool way to kind of intro the tune. But then our chords that kind of back up that lick start on a C major chord. And the way you play C major, first finger is going B string on the first fret. Second finger is going to go D on the second fret, and third finger is going to go to A string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. And then from the C major, we're going to be going to an F major chord. And if you know the bar F major, and we'll talk about an easy way to do this in a minute, you take your first finger and kind of put them across the entire first fret. Second finger is going to go G on the second fret. Third finger is going A on the third fret, and the pinky is going to the D on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that makes an F major bar chord. It sounds really happy. But if you're just starting out and bars are kind of hard, a good substitute for F is F major 7. And the way you play F major 7, first finger is going B on the first fret. Second finger is going to go G on the second fret, and third finger is going to go D on the third fret. And if you strum just D, G, B, and E with that, that's called F major 7. It sounds really happy in kind of a groovy 70s way. And then from F major, we're going to be going to a D minor chord. And the way you play D minor, first finger is going to go to the high E on the first fret. Second finger is going to go G on the second fret. Third finger is going to go to the B string on the third fret. And if you strum just the D, G, B, and E, kind of like we were doing with the F major 7, the skinny strings, that'll get you a clearer sound with that, and that's called D minor. And then from D minor, for most of our verses, we're going to be going to G major. And the way you play G major, first finger is going to go A string on the second fret. Second finger is going to go low E on the third fret. And the third finger is going to go to the high E on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. And that's a large bulk of our tune, is actually just doing that C major, F major, D minor, G major. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like adding a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you took the C major chord and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So you want to do that a lot to kind of get your right hand used to it. And then if we try that through our intro and our verse progression, you got the C, down, up, down, left, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, left, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, up. And we basically be repeating that until we get to our chorus part. And our chorus part, it starts out the same way. We're still going to be doing the C, still doing the F major, and then we do the D minor, and then we do the G, but then we go to an E minor chord. And the way you play E minor, first finger is going to stay on the A string, second fret, second finger is going to go to the D string on the second fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds like E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the E minor, we're going to be going to an A minor chord, and the way you play A minor, first finger is going to go B string on the first fret, second finger on the D on the second fret, and third finger on the G string on the second fret. And if you strum all the strings with that, that sounds like A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the A minor, we're going to be going back to the D minor, and then to the G major. So it's almost like your verse chorus, but you got this interesting tag where you're going to E minor, A minor, D minor, G. So just to try that chorus with our strum pattern, you have the C with the down, down, up, down, left, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, and that's basically all the parts to our tune except for our bridge. And on our bridge part, we do the A minor, and then the E minor, and then we go to F major, and then we go to G major, and then we do another A minor, and then we do an E minor, but then we go to F major, but then John Mayer is so cool. He turns it into an F minor chord. And there's actually a couple ways you could play this. If you're doing the bar F major, the easiest thing to do is just lift off the second finger from that chord, and then that makes an F minor chord. So you've got your bar over the entire first fret, third finger on the A on the third fret, and the pinky on the D on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, it makes an F minor chord and sounds really, really sad. But if you're just starting out and the bars or the big bars are kind of difficult for you, another way you could play that, or a good substitute for that chord, is something called D half diminished 7. And the way you could play that is doing the first fret on the E, B, and G at the same time, and kind of playing just the top 4 strings, just A, G, B, and E. And that has a really similar sound to the F minor. So you may want to try and substitute in that chord. So if we're going to try that all the way through, the weird thing on the strum pattern on the bridge part is it almost feels like you're doing 8 downs on each chord. So you'd have the A minor going down, 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 E minor down, down, down. Our bridge part, but then we'd be back to kind of our verse part, or actually our chorus comes in right after that. But one other thing that I would think about adding into this tune is, instead of using just the down, down, up, down, up as a strum pattern, there's another strum pattern that I like to use working off of something called 16th notes. And right now what an 8th note is actually is if you're tapping your foot and you divide it into 2 parts. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's called an 8th note. Well, if you divided that into 4 parts, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's called a 16th note. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that, it actually kind of relates to the 16ths. It's like if we took our C chord we started on and you do it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. And on the second beat, you'd be doing a down on 1, down on 3, and an up on 4. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the third beat, you'd be in an up on 2 and a down on 3. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the last beat, you'd be doing down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you put all that together, then you got a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down. So you may want to try and get that strum pattern to work because sometimes that can feel a little bit more funky. So just to try that through our verse progression, you have the C with the down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, G down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, C down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, G down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. And then we try that through our chorus part. You have the C with down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, D minor down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, G down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, D minor down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, D minor down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, D minor down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, G down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. So that might be something else that you want to try. And one weird thing is the first verse actually is that C, F, D minor, G 4 times, but then on the second verse you actually end up doing that 3 times, and then, or actually twice, and then almost using your chorus form. So you may want to watch out for that. And then for solos, actually John Mayer is using that C, F, D minor, G part, so just like our verse part for that. And if you want to try and add in some solo licks around it, because John Mayer's all about jamming on stuff, what I would recommend is trying to use an A minor pentatonic scale. And the way you play that scale is you start 5th fret on the low E with the A note, and then you go to the 8th fret on the low E string for a C note, and on the D string you'd be going 5 to 7 for a D and an E note. On the D string you go 5 and 7 for a G and an A note. On the G string you go 5 and 7 for a C note and a D note. And then on the B string you switch back to 5 to 8 for an E and a G note. And on the high E note or a string you've got an A on 5th fret and a C on the 8th fret. So you're going 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. So that can be kind of cool to take that scale, and if you know how to do hammer-ons, that could be a cool thing to try lick-wise. Or if you know how to do pull-offs, kind of playing the note, kind of pulling off the string back to the other note, that could be very cool to try those. John Mayer's a big fan of slides, like in the intro lick, so you can try that scale with slides. Or something that's very bluesy is doing bends, where you kind of play the note and press up into the guitar at the same time. So you may want to try doing those kind of things, like with the tracking. You could use it as like a jam track just to make up licks. So you can kind of use it to kind of jam on some lead guitar stuff too. But that's the basics of how you play Perfectly Lonely by John Mayer. So good luck!